Welcome to EVL TV.
We esports now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is EVL Battle Royale Ultiduo tournament. We are here today to bring you the lead up to the eventual final in a little while, but I guess we'll get into that stuff later because we're live right here, right now. My name's Getaway. I'm joined by Atwas. Atwas, we're into it.
Yo, what's going on? This is Endgame versus Bopfish. That is Nursey and Banny versus Goldfish and Bopper. And we are already having some action towards the point, and it looks like Goldfish gets taken down really easily, got separated from his medic there. Banny getting some nice shotgun shocks, and it looks like Bopper is going to try and go for it. It's a nice surf, but eventually gets connected to by a rocket, so that is going to be the point.
Banny had a nice air shot as well, and they're going to get this cap in pretty easy fashion. Getting the kill on the soldier there. Let's talk about these players. We were kind of thrown right into this. Geez, I don't even know if we're going to have time to talk about the players because the action just keeps going. We have Banny and we have Nursey. That's team End. What is it? Endgame, yeah. And team Bopfish is Bopper and Goldfish. Banny just cleaning up right now. He's feeling it.
Absolutely, Nursey dropping down there to about 60 for a hot second, but she's going to hold onto that Uber. She's probably not going to have to pop anytime soon, unless Goldfish gets really deep here, gets a nice buff, and tries to contest the point there. Pops Nursey up into the air, she surfs away. He's going to get some nice damage onto Banny right now, but Nursey's actually really hurt, 50%, and she is going to pop that Uber, defend that point right here, and it looks like Goldfish and Bopper are not going to have any of that. Bopper gets taken down by a really nice shotgun. Goldfish going to try and get in there, get something, make something happen, and oh, the nice crossbow kill by Nursey.
Yeah, so I mean, so far, kind of a stranglehold on this one. Even though there was that quick little cap by Bopfish, we've got Banny and Nursey. I've been just on the Banny cam non-stop. He's going to go up to challenge this one, looking for maybe a little Tyrone air shot, waiting there for Goldfish to hit the ground. Picks up the kill, and for Goldfish, I mean, what do you do in this situation, Atwas, when you're up against a Banny that's on his game? That's the strat. I mean, what do you try to do? How do you get over this dominant performance as we see a little dancing around here by Bopper?
I mean, honestly, what I would do is I would try to mess up his rhythm somehow. Banny seems like he's prepared for everything, but what Goldfish is doing, he's getting his buff, he's jumping in, he's letting his medic die, and then he's dying right after. If anything, it might be actually better to leave his medic in spawn, get some buffs from him, go back, and just switch it up a little bit and try and catch him off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can talk about this Bopfish team. They haven't dropped a point all the way through this tournament. You can have a look. You can maybe drop the link there in chat, but you can look at the brackets to see how each of these teams got here. Even though it seems pretty dominant right now by Banny and Nursey, as Goldfish goes down again, and Banny with this really long life picking out Bopper there. Both of these teams have really kind of rolled through the bracket to this point, and they've done quite well.
Honestly, and a lot of what's going on is that Ultiduo Baloo just is a really DM-centric map. You have to play the point, and it honestly gets a little frustrating if maybe your DM skills don't quite match up to the other teams.
Now, for the first time here, Banny kind of on the defensive and gets taken down by really big Uber saw there from Bopper, and finally now, Bopper and Goldfish find themselves the ones out here standing over the blood.
Shout out to Bopper for getting the second Uber saw kill onto Nursey right there. Nice, so he's gonna have Uber really soon. Banny jumps in really hard.
He got it, but it was just in time. Now, he wasn't holding on to it. If you weren't watching the percentages at home, he had just hit it for a split second and immediately dropped it. That was kind of a big, maybe a tight turn. We'll see here. Banny's going to try to jump here on point. A little challenge here by Goldfish. He's going to try to keep this if they can. The point does belong to Red still right now.
Oh my god, Goldfish getting really low right here. And Banny as well. Oh, Goldfish at 12 is probably going to crater off of this. No, his medic misses that clutch crossbow, and Goldfish does get finished off by gravity right there. Bopper trying to go in for a clutch Uber saw doesn't quite happen, so that'll be an easy cap for endgame right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of back in this, we're looking at the difference in times, and it's about a minute and a half roughly. Banny up on top just raining heck down onto Goldfish and onto Bopper now as well. Goldfish and Bopper, obviously, they want to, try to get in and maybe get the pick onto Banny or Nursey if they can, like they previously did. We see Goldfish trying his best here. Banny still seems really kind of in control. We don't see him missing too many shots, and the Uber popped off. Didn't really need it, but it's fine because they're gonna get. They'll get Bopper here.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you don't really see any offensive Ubers. There's nowhere to offense to on a map this small, so it's just mainly defensive. Soldier's about to die, might as well pop and save him. Goldfish in here trying to jump in deep, shoots Nursey off into the distance. Doesn't quite happen. Nursey is down to about 60 right now, but she's gonna back up and take some time to regen, stuff like that. Furious battle going on here on Spire. Shotgun is out from Banny. Banny is down to 60, 13 health. Just dancing around this point, finally gets taken down. Bopper decides to say no thank you, pulls out his Uber Saw. Nursey over here throwing crossbows, trying to make the great escape, but then Goldfish picks up the frag finally.
I like what Nursey tried to do. She actually, Banny was down to 13 HP, and she got a really close crossbow onto him. Even though it's close range, it still heals for a decent amount, but obviously didn't matter as now Bopfish holding on here. Bopper in behind and trying to just hold on here. There is a lot of time to make up in this one, and loses Goldfish, and that's not going to help as Banny and Nursey going to take this one right back. Looking at less than, well, we're coming up now soon on 1 minute or so left for this round.
Absolutely. It's just a game of numbers when it comes to this cap time, because so long as you're fighting, you have to be capping. Like, the fights in the end is ooh, really nice exchange here. Goldfish and Banny trading for each other, so it's a medic v medic fight going on, and I'm totally a-okay with this. Hitting some crossbows here and there. Bopper down to 45, and then Nursey finishes him off with the Uber Saw.
She nice surf away just then as well. That could have easily gone worse for Nursey. Oh, but does get taken down now by Goldfish. And again, I mean, we're still looking at blue owning this point, and Banny is out there. Nothing that red can do about it. And it's kind of do or die time here now in this round as Banny's just kind of hiding out, hoping for the best. And it's just a nice rocket onto Goldfish up in the air, trying to do what he can. Nursey's got fucking crossbows across there. It looks pretty good still as down goes Goldfish. And Nursey at 53 HP, but I mean, you know, Bopper just in no situation to do anything about it. Although, takes her down to 1. That would have been good.
That's terrifying. So Goldfish is, of course, going to jump in, finish her off real fast, and Bopper's going to manage to survive the counterbomb from Banny, getting taken down to, like, what, 10 HP right there?
They need his camp right now. They've got a stack. It's going to reach overtime, more than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
so the next cap by blue, I mean, this is certainly a tall order to overcome, but not undoable.
No, of course not.
They've got to do it. 60% or so Uber for Bopper, and we'll see here if... And Penny's just coming right in on Bopper first thing, and, you know, he doesn't know exactly what percentage he's at. Bopper trying to hit that crossbow. Yikes. Benny and Nursey going to seal this one, looks like.
Absolutely. I actually want to see a bit more aggression out of our medics. Crossbows can be really punishing, for sure. I think needles can be run as well, but when it comes to a map like Blue, like, there's not really a point. You want those heals more than you want the DPS, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see how this mid shakes down. We have a mid at the start of every Ultiduo round. Banny's coming in, getting a lot of rockets down so far, but wow, it's some nice teamwork out of Bopper and Goldfish, and pretty dominant there on that. Now, both respawns are going to come in roughly the same time. So we'll have a quick little challenge here as Banny will jump in and try to do what he can.
Absolutely. Goldfish hits a pretty decent shot on him, but nobody's really quite taken the high ground, so it looks like Goldfish is going to be struggling trying to jump up onto that spire, but Bopper saves his soldier with the Uber. Goldfish dropped down there to about 80 health before he finally popped, really milking it, but he's got to pick up some sort of significant damage. Wow. There, finally, throwing out that rocket and picking up Banny, and then Nursey getting cratered there as well.
Yeah,
but
Goldfish went down is the most important part of that, and yeah, I think you said it, Goldfish had that Uber popped off on him, wasn't really reloaded, and almost got nothing on it. Finally managed to get Banny, but went down himself, and so we kind of reset here. Red still does own this point, and they're up on top of it right now, but Banny and Nursey, I mean, the Ubers are pretty well even here, so it's kind of a DM fest out of this.
Absolutely, really nice air shot there. Banny hitting Goldfish for a decent amount, but it looks like he's going to try and get buffed up, try and contest it again. Oh, hits another pretty dirty one, but Goldfish is not giving up that high ground no matter what, so Banny's going to jump in there, maybe put a little bit more pressure on him, and then finally just gets out damaged there. Goldfish hitting a nice rocket, Nursey left alone. She's going to be throwing out crossbows. She's at 30 health. She's swinging that Uber Saw, and no cigar.
Medic. Well, yeah, I mean, I think you can see there kind of what this height advantage means as Bopper's about to get his Uber. By the way, viewers, I mean, Bopper was up top, Banny was hitting every air shot, but sometimes just by being up above, that's all you need. Again, Banny not missing any shots. Now, Bopper's going to pop off. see a lack of communication there as Goldfish jumped away for health right as the Uber got popped.
He went
Still,
down
though,
really low.
yeah, I mean, this might... You want to see another wasted Uber here. Bopper down to 2. It's taken down, and this might be the opportunity that Banny and Nursey need to sort of take advantage here.
Oh,
Kind of
definitely.
interesting, a little side note is that Goldfish, former teammate, just played this past season on the Sixes team with Nursey. So former teammates and now enemies, definitely enemies. Rivals.
Oh, the drama. Can't handle it. Here we go, Goldfish jumping in, kind of trying to make it happen. Bopper at the same time swinging his Ubersaw, putting pressure on Nursey. So it's the classes separating right now, and oh, not quite gonna happen. Nursey does have 100%, even though she did go down real low.
You're not going to win a lot of 1v2s in Ultiduo, are you?
I mean, no, not at all.
Doesn't usually work out. Well, I mean, sometimes they do. Banny again, I haven't seen him miss a whole lot of rockets. I don't know what you've been seeing, Atlas.
I mean, pretty much the same thing. He takes down Goldfish once more. Bopper sort of left out in the cold. He's taken out Banny is on a 6 kill streak right now. Nursey has got Ubers. They're content to sit back on this point and just let them come to them.
We'll watch my man Goldfish here and see him. I mean, maybe he's hitting all his rockets too. I've just been stuck on the, stuck in Grantland here, you know?
Oh my
Goldfish
God.
flying up above, gonna head for the cupcake, gonna pick that up, but Bopper trying to get some long distance heals out, but you know, when you get split up as a team like that, it's not usually good news in Ultiduo, is it?
No, absolutely not. But then again, if your crossbows can speak for it, it's just as important, so long as you're not getting put pressured on right now. On the Nursey cam, she does manage to pop out that Uber sort of last second, and Bopper actually hits that kill bind and knows it's better to just sort of spawn up with his soldier, not make him wait, not waste that time.
Yep. I don't know if that's maybe one of the first kill binds we've seen. I haven't seen a whole lot of them so far, as Banny's still just really dominant, gets knocked down, but is going to try to take Goldfish down here and kind of keep this momentum rolling. Real low is Goldfish. Banny gets one little rocket onto the med as Goldfish and Bopper are going to just kind of back up here and regroup a little bit, get some heals out.
Yeah, Bopper staying in with, not quite yet, 9 health, still trying to get in there, get his heals on Goldfish, but that's not going to happen. He's going to get shotgunned out of the air. He's been really making some good attempts, and they have paid off for him, but when it comes down to it, it just seems like Banny and Nursey just have more control of the point, and I guess even just seem to be playing with each other a little better.
Well, Banny reading the situation so well, I mean, recognizing that Bopper and Goldfish are just kind of backing up and healing and being passive, well, I mean, go for the medic, why not? Banny getting real low here, though, as Goldfish hitting some nice rockets, and this might be the chance that Goldfish needs to sort of... missing the air shot is Banny. Goldfish is trying to take Banny down, can't seem to figure it out here.
You can't seem to
Chasing
reload
around.
enough.
Yeah. Well, that's another big thing that we see in Ultiduo is, you know, reloading is such a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Finally popped off, so again, Goldfish trying his best, but I don't know, it's a team game, you know?
Getting popped up into the air right there and just getting finished off by Nursey, actually, who I think managed to hit a crossbow. That was really good. But with ammo being such a scarce commodity, you either have to go for the packs on the sides of the map or get frags, and if nobody's getting frags, then you run the risk of running out of rockets or shotgun shots, which really, really sucks.
Yeah, looking at the Banny cam right now, who just sort of very comfortably standing up on the nipple, as it's called, and just kind of raining down, gets knocked down again, but again, he's been alive for long enough to get a 9 kill streak, which if you do the math, there are only 2 players on, there he goes, he's got 10 now. Quite impressive by Banny. He's down a little low here though now. Goldfish, unfortunately, not getting all that he maybe wants on all of his rockets.
Yeah, Banny actually got down to 20 there. If only Bopper had hit that crossbow out of spawn. One can dream.
Sigh. Well, we're looking at less than 2 minutes here now for Banny and Nursey to win this round and take this match. It is a best of 3 format up till grand finals, and so we'll see here as Banny just kind of alternating targets here, and you know, if Goldfish can really, I guess, just pick one target and focus it down, that might be all that's needed. I'm gonna back up here, just kind of kite this Uber a little bit. Really nice kiting actually, but Bopper does lose.
Yeah, I guess they were worried that Banny was going to jump over that sort of staircase there and make something happen. Goldfish valiantly trying to go in, nothing quite happening. Although I do appreciate that there is a lot less of a time discrepancy on this round, so
yeah,
maybe
but
they're going forward.
Really is do or die time though for Team Bopfish here, as Bopper and Goldfish, they are controlling this, but Banny knows he can just sort of sit back, and I guess he's confident enough in his medic that he can leave her alone. He does go down though. Nursey with the Uber saws out. This is kind of getting tense right here right now because, oh wow, she's putting out crossbows all over the place. Bopper and Goldfish is kind of sitting back. They did get the cap. So we're looking at you know, we're not in an overtime situation, but there is some time to make up.
Yeah, and Nursey does have Uber right now. They really should have tried harder to take her down just because she was alive for so long. It probably would have been obvious that she had something to defend with. But as I say that, Bopper actually gets his Uber as well, so we're just sort of seeing a DM situation and who can... There we go. Bopper pops out first onto Goldfish, and so Benny's gonna get down a lot lower. This Uber's gonna be a lot better, but the thing is, you can't really cap when you're Ubered, and so there's gonna have to a lot of pressure being put on the point. And as I say that, Bopper does get taken down and gets separated from Goldfish, so Goldfish can defend, but he doesn't have heals, so that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're looking here that that situation where Team Bopfish didn't choose to really kind of go after Nursey. Maybe that led to this ending this way. We'll see. There's still 5 seconds left. Anything can happen here. Red's going to try to get this cap before overtime. They do that, but they need to stay alive here. And, well, I mean, the Ubers are very equal, but Banny and Nursey, they have a little bit of time. They can just sit back here. Banny jumps in. Fight over the point here right now. Goldfish down to about half. Really nice heals being put out by Bopper.
Oh my god, Soldier's playing ring around the Rosie right here. Goldfish jumping up, trying to get to that point. Banny hitting him in the air, and then Nursey taking out Bopper as well. A nice 2k from the respective classes onto the respective classes, I suppose. And they're going to cap this, and that is going to be round 2 for Endgame.
There we go, yeah, GGs are being called as Team Endgame take this one over Goldfish and Bopper, who played valiantly. They had a fantastic tournament. Yeah, so if you have a look and follow along here with us, what that means is that Endgame move on to the grand finals. Bopfish now will go down and they will face Uncle Dad and the Family Secrets.
Yes, the team of Tiptoes Inside, they will duke it out for 2nd and 3rd place.
Yeah. It's, you know, it was well fought by Goldfish and Bopper. They both kind of played very well, but I just sort of get the feeling that Banny is really on today. I see, it's nothing against Goldfish, but it just seems like Banny's in the zone. Would you agree with that, or?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure Nursey's in the zone too. I'm not sure how many people have heard, but Nursey has a bit of an Ultiduo curse following her around, in which every single Ultiduo tournament she enters, she gets 2nd place. So she's in it to win it this time.
Yeah, I mean, before I even really knew Nursey, I knew her as a Ultiduo player. I had her on my friend list for a long time, I think just from a Highlander cast or something, and I'd always just see her playing Ultiduo, and she'd always ask. This is going back like over a year ago, and so it's kind of her pedigree, I guess. It's kind of her thing, but yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be good at a format, but to make it all the way through a tournament like this, beat every team and win it all, it's quite another thing. Why don't we, we've got some time here now, why don't we talk about this tournament and, you know, what's at stake? We got some big prizes and exciting things, don't we, Atwas?
Oh, for sure. We do have a prize pot for the 1st and 2nd placement in this tournament. Actually, let me go look that up real quick. But people are playing for stakes right now, which is important to remember. And, you know...
Stakes.
Not the meat
stakes.
Kind.
We're giving away stakes today.
I mean, I'd be okay playing for a steak.
One lesson of doing the cast with Get a Whale is you can't say anything, you know, silly like that, or I'll just capitalize on it.
Saying silly things, never.
In addition to the stakes, we have the 1st place team going to go home with 20 keys. We've got posters as well, customized posters. And maybe we can, well, there was a thread on teamfortress.tv which gives a good indication of what the posters may look like with some cool art. Anyway, yeah, the posters as well. The 3rd place team's still going to win some keys. The posters are awesome, and actually, the posters are on sale even for people who weren't in the tournament. If you want to check them out, they're on evl.gg. I believe they're currently for sale. I believe they're up there now, but
they should be. And
they should be.
They're designed by Uberchain.
Yeah,
a lot
the
of really
lovely
cool
Uberchain.
Stuff.
So that's a thing. So we do have prizes for 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I mean, you know, 10 keys and a poster. If you're one of the players on the winning team, that's nothing to balk at.
That's definitely better than playing for nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah. So certainly, that's you know, it makes it certainly worthwhile, and we see some of the top players really in 6s. We've kind of talked about it. Banny, of course, one of the you know, arguably the most prolific TF2 competitive player ever. Nursey as well played her first season in Invite this season, along with Goldfish played on that team as well. Bopper, my boy, hasn't. He's a long-time ESEA, hasn't quite made the leap up the mountain to Invite. We had a really great chat about it at GXL, as a matter of fact. Me and Bopper. I said, when are you gonna get there? When are you gonna get on an Invite squad? But he's been a very strong IM player for a very long time. And we saw it. He made all the way through this tournament, and we'll see him now in this lower bracket final coming up. Looking for a status on how much time we have. I don't know if we're going to take a break or if we're going to go right on through to the next one. I think that.
I mean,
don't know.
All right.
10 or 15 minutes? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Sure. Well, tell you what, I don't think we have too much else to talk about for right now. We've discussed the prizes and all that kind of thing. You can look at the, yeah, we put the poster info in there and everything. You can check out the bracket to figure out what in the hell we're talking about. We're going to be back in about 10 or 15 with the lower bracket final to be followed up by the grand finale coming up on EVL TV. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.